Hey everyone, welcome to our weekly live video. I've got some exciting news and announcements for you today, as well as the answers to some recent questions we've received here on YouTube. As always, I'm Nicole from Low Income Relief, where we help people save money and get free stuff. Let's start with the news. The National Low Income Housing Coalition has released their latest Out of Reach report, which measures the affordability of housing in the United States. Their report, which was released on Wednesday, said, in no state, metropolitan area, or county in the United States can a worker earning the federal or prevailing minimum wage afford a modest two-bedroom rental home at fair market rent by working a standard 40-hour work week. The report also revealed that on average, a renter seeking a two-bedroom unit would need to earn $24.90 per hour in order to stay within the affordability range of about 30% of their income. The report also found that a renter seeking a one-bedroom unit would need to make $20.40 per hour on average. These rates are obviously unrealistic for many low-income families, especially those who are elderly or disabled and living on a fixed income. This week, Americans began receiving the first of several monthly stimulus payments under the new child tax credit. For every child under the age of 6, families will receive $300 per month, and older children will receive $250 per month. This is only for low-income households, as there's a cap of about $150,000 for married couples, and obviously different income limits for others. Also this week, California approved the first ever state-funded universal basic income plan in the United States. This plan will help local governments provide monthly cash payments to pregnant people and young adults who recently left foster care. It's estimated that the payments will be between $500 and $1,000 per month, and they'll last for about 2 years. I'm waiting more information about this program, and I'll let you know when I find that out. That's all I have for news today, so let's pivot to answering some questions. And just a reminder, most of our questions that we receive here do require research, so if you have questions you'd like us to answer, please leave them in advance so that I can answer them on our Saturday videos. Someone asked this week if I am a social worker, and I try to make this clear in all of the relevant videos. I am not a social worker. I am not a lawyer. I am a researcher, and my background is actually in journalism, so I am also a reporter. I've worked for newspapers and publications around the United States, and my research is pretty reliable. Low Income Relief has become a service that is depended on by social workers all around the country, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Sorry, I got my finger in your way again, trying to run back my notes here. All right. Lory asked if Section 8 can be moved between states. That is a kind of a complicated question. The program is administered locally, but the HUD website does say that it was designed to allow people to move around the United States without losing their assistance. But with these long wait lists we're seeing and everything, it can be kind of complicated. So the HUD website said that the steps to moving between states is first, you need to talk to your current PHA ahead of time so that they're prepared for your move. Second, you need to make sure that you end your current lease within the lease provisions. Do not just break your lease. That would be bad. And third, you need to find suitable alternative housing and contact the public housing authority that has jurisdiction over the new area and ask them specifically about their moving procedures. Hopefully that'll help. Jim asked if anyone had obtained a computer or tablet using the emergency broadband benefit credit. I haven't personally used that program, so I thought I'd put this question out there to the rest of you and see if anyone had any personal experience with this. So if you've done that, please let us know in the comments. Joyce asked about a $600 government stimulus for car insurance. This was really interesting. I did some research on that this morning and I couldn't find anything. The entire notion seems to be built around the fact that insurance companies had incredible profits throughout 2020 because nobody was driving. We were all staying home. And so there's been pressure from lawmakers for those companies to put some of that money back in the pockets of their customers. Some companies are doing this. I didn't see anything mandated or stimulus about it, but I would recommend contacting your insurer and see if they have any COVID-related rebates or discounts. Let's see, what else do we have here in my notes? Okay. Jeanie asked if you can use an EBT card and a bank debit card when ordering grocery delivery. The answer is yes, and I'm sorry that I didn't explain this better in our video. The providers that we covered allow you to link two payment methods because your food stamps funds cannot be used to pay for delivery fees, driver tips, or non-food items in your order. So yes, you can use both. Wanda asked if she could have a caregiver reside with her if she receives Section 8, and if that would help with utilities. Now, Section 8 doesn't help with utilities, but LIHEAP does, and if you qualify for Section 8, you will probably qualify for that as well. According to the HUD website, I was able to see that you can usually have a live-in caregiver, but there are some criteria for that. So according to tenantsunion.org, a live-in aide can reside in a HUD-subsidized unit as long as the aide is essential to the care and well-being of the person living there, is not supporting that person financially, and would not be living in the unit unless they were providing those supportive services. So as long as those qualifications are met, the caregiver will not be considered a tenant, their income will not count against you, but you will need to provide a written request for reasonable accommodation to your landlord or property manager to make that happen. Now, many people have asked why I don't mention every single state in every single video that we do. And there are several reasons for this. Sometimes the video just isn't relevant to certain states. For example, in our video about universal basic income, which has gotten a lot of views, thank you for that, I researched every program that I could find in the US that was verified at that time. Of course, there were a lot of rumors going around, different things that people were expecting to happen or thought that might happen. But here at Low Income Relief, I try very hard to stick with the facts, the things that are happening. I know a lot of other creators out there, a lot of channels like ours, will tell you about things that are pending or that have been proposed, or a bill that has been brought up but not quite passed. I try to be very clear with you when I'm talking about things that aren't really for sure yet, because there are a lot of bills that are introduced that never go anywhere. So when I created that video, I tried very hard to stick to things that had completely been put into action or had passed but were still in planning phases, things of that nature. And the reality is that not every state has done that yet. Not every city has done that yet. So in some of these videos, you're not going to see me mention every single state just because not every single state has taken that action yet. If you want state-specific information, it's really important to look on our website. The way that the YouTube algorithm works, it's in order to keep our channel going, I have to keep our videos short. I have to keep them relevant to as many people as possible. I can't really spend a lot of time going deep into detail on some of these things because then I'll lose people, our viewership will drop off, our videos won't be recommended, and our channel will crash and burn, which doesn't help us help others. It doesn't help you get the help you need. So YouTube is kind of for surface level information, news updates, introductory bits about the sort of things that we found. And the website is where you're going to be able to find all of the details and just a very expanded view of some of these things. So to find the resources we found in your area, you should go to lowincomerelief.com/helpnearme. No spaces, no dashes, just lowincomerelief.com/helpnearme. You'll select your state from the list and you'll see everything I have ever researched in your area, and that should help. So we've received a few other questions that required long answers. And like I just explained, I can't do those long answers here on YouTube because it doesn't really work. So I will try to keep you updated on the articles we're putting out. I also have a few specific videos that I will be using to answer some of these questions as well. Some of them are very relevant to a lot of people. So make sure that you check back and look for our upcoming videos because I do want to make sure that we're answering as many of you as possible. So that's all I have time for today, but I will be back next week to answer more questions. So please keep them coming in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and supporting our channel. I appreciate every single one of you. I really, really do. And I love reading your comments. So thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of our community, and I'll see you next